Hello. Hi, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Hopefully, you guys are all staying warm, getting some stitching time in. Let's go live over here on Instagram. I finally got everything back up and working. So, hopefully, you guys are seeing this. You got the notification that we are live. Oh, I just got the notification about Facebook and now YouTube. So those are going out. Let's see if I can find us here on Instagram so I can see what's going on. Anyway, say hi, say hello. Tell us where you're watching from, what is going on. Let me move that. It is great to have you guys all here today and saying hello. Okay, there we go. Hello. I can see you now. Hi, Julia. It is great to have you guys here. We're just going to do a little crochet chat as we start out the year. We do hit a little bit of a slump, if you want to say, and we don't have as many new things coming out or big projects. Everybody's kind of recovering from the holiday season. And so I thought it would just be fun to get on here. I guess I need to move a little this way. Let me see if I can just, okay. Jump on, say hi, say hello, talk about what we're working on, share some projects that we have going on. And yeah, let's just chat. Happy New Year from Sam in Manchester. It is great to have you stuck here in the cold weather and snow, but I've been staying warm and crocheting. Yes, it has been cold here. East Coast got hit hard. Hi, Dawn. Great to have you. The East Coast got hit hard. I know there's a lot of other people in different areas that got hit hard too, with all of the storms that we just had going on. So hopefully you're staying warm. And this is a great time to be doing some crocheting or stitching or something that you love. You're stash busting some pet beds. That's awesome. I'm working on a housewarming blanket for my best friend and his boyfriend. That is awesome. I love that. I did for a while when all of my friends were getting married. I did a blanket for each of them, each of my family members. It was just really fun, something to kind of show how much you care and so show how much you love and still get to use your skills and, what you love doing. No snow, but really cold. Yeah, really cold. It is cold, like single digits cold. Chris says, good morning. My granddaughter doesn't have school today, so I can actually tune in. That is awesome. Yeah, we've been dealing with some virtual days, some delays, some snow days. It's been fun this year. It really has. Hi, Fran. Buried under snow in New Jersey, but making hats and scarves for the homeless. I love that. I made a wonky opossum for a friend's 2-year-old. So now I'm really excited to see how the kiddo reacts to it. I love it. Good for you for making an animal. That is not something that I know my kids always ask me like, oh, can you make this? And I'm like, no. When we go to a craft show, I'm like, yes, you can buy that. Somebody spent the time to go make that. I'm not going to be doing it. So yes, you can buy that from somebody. That's just, I don't know. It's one of those things. I'll make hats. I'll make blankets. I'll make cardigans. I'll do all of that. But when it comes to like amigurumi and animals, like I'll do it every once in a while, but it's not something that excites me and ignites my fire. Dawn is working on hats too. That's amazing. I am working on, this is that Rwana that I had shared with you in our new Satora yarn. So you start on one side, you work your way across. You can see how the stripes got bigger here. That's because this is the back section. So if I hold it up like this, you can see that here's like the one side and then you have a little bit of a back, and now I'm making the other side of it. And I showed you the pockets last time that are going to go on the front. This is a pattern from MJ's Off the Hook. If you search for MJ's Off the Hook and put in crochet or granny stitch Rwana, it comes up. I cannot remember what the actual name is when you have to search for it, but it is amazing. I'm using the Satori yarn. This is the yarn that we talked about last time. This is the colorway that I'm using it. I'm loving it so much. Yeah, I love Michelle too. All of her patterns are so phenomenal. And guys, this one is like really easy to work up. So I had to get 6 of the donuts or cakes or whatever you want to call them of the Satora. And so far, I still have one left. I'm almost done with this one, but I'm almost done with like the second side here. I think I have like 18 rows to go ish, about where I am. And then, so I'm going to be going into that last ball. I might need to get more. Maybe I did check my gauge. It was right. That doesn't mean it necessarily stayed the same or whatever. And I did add 2 extra rows to mine just because that's what I wanted for my stripes. And then you'll add a border around the front, seam it up. Bob's your uncle. Really easy way to get a nice little layer to go with it. Thanks, Dawn. I really love the color too. Satora has some great colors. It is a small, limited palette, so I know that as you go and look at it. But the reason is because it's a brand new yarn. As long as everybody loves it and starts like making things and showing it off, and designers start to love it, we'll definitely bring in some more colors. We started with some of the colors that our chroma yarn comes in. So chroma is a wool yarn, same kind of thing with the color changing, the long color changes like this. The Satora weight acrylic yarn, so you get that really great option for adding it into mosaic, for adding it into color work projects without having to do all of the color work, or just like this beautiful color change stuff going on. And so it's really fabulous. It feels good in your hands. I will say the one caveat is that just like our chroma yarn, it is an unplied yarn, so more like a roving yarn. And so it does make it a little bit tricky if you have to frog something. Ask me how I know, because I was working on mine and realized I missed one of the granny stitch clusters. Yeah, I could have kept going. Yeah, I could have just added one more in, but it was like 5 rows and I was like, no, this is going to bother me. It's going to end up on the front. So I just ripped it all out. I ripped out those rows and I just got back to it. Let's see. Sandra says, I have a lot of dolls to make, as well as 13 Afghans. Oh my gosh. I have very ambitious goals. I have finished an Afghan and a pair of socks for January. I have a sweater to finish, then to start my next Afghan. Oh my gosh. So that's like an Afghan a month plus a little bit because you have 13 and there's only 12 months. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. You already got one done for January, so you are well on your way. That is awesome. Are they all the same Afghan pattern? Are you switching them up? Tell us more. Like, I need to know how this is working out with 13 Afghans for the year. Are they small ones? Are they lapgans? Come on, tell us the details, Sandra. You have so many of Michelle's patterns on the go at the moment. I know she like, I tell her often, I'm like, could you please slow down just a little bit? Like, I can't keep up every time you put out a pattern and I'm trying to catch up with all the ones that I want to make. And then she laughs at me, but it's true. Like, there's always so many, there's a lot of great designers and everything else. So love it. I'm working on a Tunisian rib pattern scarf that I'm just about finished with in time for the crazy cold weather this weekend. Yeah, we're not getting away from that cold weather anytime soon around here. So, it is what it is. Okay, let me see here. 2 are the same Afghan and the rest are all different. Oh my gosh. I mean, that's great because I know myself, I could not make 12 or 13 of the same thing. It just wouldn't happen. I would lose my motivation. I would be done. It just wouldn't happen anymore. So I do like the idea of having some different ones. Hi, Teresa. Great to have you this morning. Chris says, I die if faced with needing to make 13 Afghans. Kudos to you. Working on a test for Linda. Yes, she has amazing, amazing things. Yeah. Okay. So let me look over here right now. I saw some things coming through over here on Instagram. I can't, oh, wait, hold on. Go back. Man, you guys got a lot in here. Okay. So I gave him the very first one I made and he loves it, but it's more of a lap blanket for his 6'5" self. Oh my gosh, that is going to need to be a big blanket. Thank goodness it's not snowing here in Denver. That just means summer is going to be dry. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Hopefully, though, maybe you'll get some snow and rain that could Come soon? I don't know. There's a question here about Brava Tweed coming back in stock. I don't know exactly without trying to look up the color and ask our team, but I know that a lot of the overstock, out of stock items are on an order that is coming in the end of March, beginning of April. So I assume that one's kind of coming in there because I know some of those colors have been out for a while. So they should be back in that order. You can always reach out to our customer service. They can kind of check into things for you a little bit and help out. But I think most of the out of stock items are coming back in the end of March, beginning of April. Okay. Let me see here. It's 18 degrees here in the Mitten, so Michigan. I am addicted to soap salsa. I'm thinking soap sacks and market bags, which is really great. It's a great way to use up your stash when making those items. Been working on an 8-9 foot crochet balloon animal. Oh my gosh, when you are done, you need to tag us. I need to see that. I can't get my brain to wrap around amigurumi. Yeah, I mean, I can do it and I can figure it out. I just don't like the seaming of all the pieces together. They never turn out to look exactly the way that I want them and everything. So, yeah, I gave up. Lots of love here for Michelle. I'm also making some amigurumis from Coco Crochet Lee's book, The Amigurumi Affirmation. It's great and it helps to cheer people up when which we need right now. 1,000%. I did not get a chance to see the book yet, but from what I've seen, it's absolutely beautiful. I love the thought process behind that about making little amigurumi, sharing it with people, giving people affirmation. Let's see. Oh, I'm going to say this wrong, but we have Males Deluxe here. She is a wonderful designer. I am finishing up a pullover pattern that she designed. I'm using our twill fingering and a loft mohair. I have to finish the cuff on the sleeve. I don't know. It just got me for some reason. So I'm finishing that up. And fingers crossed by next week, I will have that available to share with you guys, a brand new pattern. It's great. It's phenomenal. It's perfect for this weather. I've kind of been, you know, working quick on that when I can. This one is kind of just my sitting and looking around type of project because I don't actually have to look at it. As you can tell, I don't have to look down. I can just feel where the stitches are going most of the time. I really just need to look at the beginning and end of the row to make sure that I get that right. Every now and then it kind of like screws up when I got to check, but that's the great thing about Granny Stitch. Okay, thank you. This is not a blanket. This is a Ruana that I'm working on. So basically, you have the big panel like this. It goes over like that, and it'll be like this, and then you'll seam it on the sides, and then you'll have like a nice little cardigan Ruana thing to wear as an extra little layer. That was just a really great display of how this works, right? Now I'm all fussed here. Okay. Oh, your 3-year-old says the yarn is so pretty. Yay. He's your little crochet helper. That's awesome. Yeah, my kids like to pick out colors for me too. Half the time I'm like, okay, we'll try it. No, but they pick out some good colors along the way. I've just used my last 500-gram ball of Brahma. I don't know when they're coming back. I'm assuming they're with all the other stuff, Sandra. I'm not sure. Again, without reaching out to the ordering team, I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, you could try customer service. They might be able to know or be able to get that information for you quickly. But I know it's on order. I know it's coming soon. We just, with some of the weather, some of the times of the year, getting it over on a boat and then unloaded, but it'll be back soon. I promise, very soon. Yes. Oh, there's Audrey. I cannot wait to show you guys. I should have brought it up here to show everybody. I'll give a teaser that it's very similar to this color palette. I went with the teal color. I used a teal for my twill yarn and a teal for my aloft to be held with it. I'm so excited. It is so soft. It is so amazing. Again, I got to get the last like 2 rounds of the sleeve and then the ribbing, and I'm done. I'm done. I will finish this week. It will be on the show next week, so everybody can come back and they can check it out because it's amazing and I love it so much. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, Francis, about calling it a blanket. I just wanted to explain so in case anybody else wanted to make one, it's not a blanket. You could totally make this into a blanket though. You just wouldn't have, you could skip the part where it's like the back and you only do half the number of stitches so that you can have your front, 2 fronts and a back-ish. You could just skip that part and you can make it into one big blanket. It would be a lovely, lovely blanket with a little border on it. So yeah, another great idea. Again, all the color changing happens by itself in the yarn. It's our Satori yarn, which just recently came out. So still very new on the site. You can check it out. There's a couple solid colors to go with it. And then we have the color changing ones. Again, if you're loving it, be sure to share about it with everybody because the more we can show the team that people love it, the more colors we can get for that yarn. And I'm so excited to get some more colors into it. I love the colors that we have now. But I would definitely love to bring in some more colors very soon. So what else are you guys working on? Did you guys finish up all of your holiday projects and get them out in time? I know this time of year can be a little bit of a challenge where, we get caught up with finishing and starting and maybe a little bit of a slump. I know for February, we're really going to be focusing on the fact that it is not about making a finished garment or a finished piece in a set amount of time. There's no judgment in this craft. Like we have all of these judging seasons coming up with you have your Oscars, you have your Emmys, you have your Olympics that are all coming up and everything is being judged and saying what is the best and all those types of things. And we just want to make sure that everybody knows that in our crafting world, that is not the same thing. Like, yes, we can have favorites. Yes, we can have goals. Yes, we can have all of those things. But we shouldn't be afraid to make a mistake. Like I said, I've been crocheting for a very long time. I still make mistakes all the time. Even I do it in knitting too. I do it in a lot of things. And we have to be just okay with making progress instead of always being perfect all of the time. And I'm not trying to, again, judge anybody or say this is what you do, but we just want to make a space that it's okay to be learning, to be striving to get to that next step in your craft and to just take the time to explore and take the time to try something new, whether it's a new fiber, a new stitch, a new craft, a new hook. Yeah, just expand yourself. You don't have to be judged or compared to other people, other projects, other things. That's not what this is about. It's not about a filter. It's about real life. It's about getting some yarn and a hook or whatever into your hand and just let it be your therapy. Let it be the thing that gives you a moment to breathe. Just enjoy it. That's what we really want for February. And we hope you guys are going to join us in all of that fun and just getting a couple stitches in a day, even if it's not a lot, just a couple. Keep your hands going. Keep that yarn flowing through your hands. We know we probably all have a big stash that we can work through with lots of beautiful projects that we want to make. So let's just give ourselves some grace and some time to do that this year. Let's see. I'm making a hooded cowl with bunny ears by Beyond Mars here on Instagram. Then I'll be making a bouquet of roses for my husband as a Valentine's Day gift. Oh, I love that. Okay, so now I have to ask, is it going to actually be a bouquet of roses, or is it one of the blankets that like roll up to look like a bundle of flowers? I want to know. I've always looked at those blankets and been like, oh, those look so cool. You can just roll it up and it looks like a thing of flowers all together. Never tried one myself yet. So I just want to know, what are you doing? Are you making individual flowers or a blanket? Um, Francis says, "You're so right. I'm too much of a perfectionist that I'm almost burning myself out." I get it. I was talking to my manager the other day as we were kind of like working through this plan for February and how we really want to focus on, let's make progress and let's not worry about perfection. And I said, I know I struggle because I am a project maker. So a lot of times you might hear a project versus a process, and there are people who just enjoy having the stitches in their hands. They do a lot of swatching. They do a lot of just trying things. And for me, I'm like, if I'm going to pick it up, I want to get done quickly. I want to get done efficiently, and I want to be able to wear it or use it. And I know I need to take some time to sit back and let it be okay. And, I'm talking about that other sweater that I'm almost finished with. And to be honest, over Christmas, we had some sickness, and I had to say to myself, it's okay. It's okay that we are taking a break and taking care of ourselves, even though a lot of times crafting is taking care of yourself and making time for yourself. We have to just be okay with it. It's going to be okay. Except for if you're making 13 Afghans and you have to have them done in a certain time. I'm just kidding. Sandra, we love it. We definitely want to see that progress along the way. Um, yes, there is a blanket. I have no idea what it is called, but it's like a big circle blanket, and then there's like some points to it kind of. And then you put like a flower on each of the points, and then when you roll it up, it looks like a big bouquet of flowers. And it's really cool, but I don't know what it's called. You'd have to look it up and see. But I like the blanket idea too, because then you can use it. I mean, the flowers would be great. Making the 13 roses would be amazing and something to keep out, but the blanket does sound like a pretty cool idea to be able to use it. Yeah, so see, the blankets are gorgeous, but I like the flower idea. So it really depends on the time that you have and what you want to do with it. I know for the holidays that I got an I-cord maker, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so addicted. All of my like partially used balls of yarn are now getting turned into I-cord, and now I don't know what to do with them all. Some of them are solid colors, some of them are color change. I had like a ball of chroma that was not a full one, but I'm like, what am I going to do with this? So I went and I made it into I-cord. Now I'm like, what do I do with it? But maybe I can look into doing something like flowers with it, with the wire on the inside and then using your I-cord on the outside. If you guys are doing crafts or projects or have in the past with an I-cord, let me know because I want to know. And it's not one of the 3-prong things. It's like one of the cranking ones where it has the 4 needles in it, and then you kind of crank it and it comes out the bottom. So let me know if you've done anything with that. I need to know. I need ideas because right now I have a big basket of I-cord all rolled into balls and not much to do with them. And so I need some ideas. So send them my way. I was thinking about trying to crochet a basket. Um, but the problem is I don't know if I'm going to have enough of it to be able to do a basket. Oh, that's a good idea. Straps for bags. I could make up a little bag and then use the I-cord. That's a good idea. I like that. But yeah, so as you have ideas, let me know. I'm open to kind of anything right now to try and use it up because again, it's really addicting to make and to do, but then it just sits there. And I don't like that. I want to do something with it. Okay. So I think there's a lot going on right now. We are getting ready to get into the Valentine's season. If that is something that you do celebrate, we're going to have some things going on the site. We have our annual red, white, and blue. No, I lied. Wrong month, wrong time of the year. We're going to be featuring our red, white, and pink yarns through the month of February. We've got our process of taking time to practice, not always be trying to get be getting to the finish line, so you'll hear more about that. Tony of TL Yarn Crafts made a bunch of I-cord with her I-cord machine and then made a basket and I think a bag. Okay, I'm gonna have to go check that out and see what she did. Yeah, Teresa, a lot of scrap yarn. I know. And I have a problem that I can't just throw it out because I'm like, well, I might need it. I might be able to do something with it at some point. Belt tie closures for Ruanas and open sweaters. I love that idea. I'm definitely not running to the site to check it all out. Okay, well, yay. I will definitely not encourage you to check out the new yarns and everything else over on the site. I'm just kidding, guys. No, it's so much fun. Go check it out. We're going to have a custom, I guess custom, well, not 100% custom, but we're going to have a special Della Q bag coming out for the Valentine's season with some hearts and everything. I can't wait to share that with you guys. That's coming up. It's only going to be available on crochet.com and the Jimmy Beans website. So yeah, it's going to be a limited number of items. You're going to want to grab it, but I will let you know as soon as we have that available. Um, putting a lot of stuff in our cart. We love it. Make scrappy shawls or blankets with scrap yarn. That is also a great idea. Oh, yes, for drawstrings. That is a great idea too. All of these things, they're going to be so great. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on what I end up making with it and everything else. But yes, right now it just constantly has something in it and I keep going and making more and more and more. So anyway, it was wonderful to take this moment to chat with you guys, to take a minute to kind of get some stitching done and play with some yarn for a little bit. I know things have been quite busy for my family and trying to get in some stitching can always be a little bit of a challenge with everything going on after school and with family. So it's always fun to get a chance to sit here with you guys and chat for a little bit. Thank you for taking the time to come over here. Be sure to like and subscribe. And if you can and have a moment, share with your friends. Let's get this notice. The bigger we can get here, the more giveaways we can do, the more fun things we can continue to do, and everything else. So I'm super excited for what this year is going to bring and all the time we're going to get to spend together and share and chat and everything else. Okay, what is your favorite yarn for swim cover-ups? Okay, so if I were making a swim cover-up, I would be using Comfy. And Comfy is an acrylic cotton blend. And the reason I say that is because you do get the nice cotton aspect of it that you would want for something over the summer. But with the acrylic in there, it's going to help hold its shape better. Now, it's not going to be great for absorbency, so I would not use it to be making a dishcloth or anything like that, but I would use it to make a cover-up. It's going to keep you cool enough when wearing it. It's still going to have some of that water wicking properties because it does have the cotton in it, but it's not going to be stretching out like a cotton or things like that. Comfy also comes in different weights. We have fingering, we have sport, and we have worsted. So you can check those out and make a bunch of different projects out of that depending on what you need. There's a lot of great colors in it. I have to say Comfy is one of my favorite summertime yarns. That's about all I use all summer. It's kind of funny if I'm making any kind of project that is, lightweight or things like that, I'm definitely going to Comfy. It has a lot of great properties to it. I think you're going to love it a lot. So check that one out. Yeah, I'm so glad, Francis, that you were able to make it today. Have a wonderful week. Everybody stay safe, stay warm. Hopefully this winter weather, if you're experiencing it, doesn't stay around too long and it's not putting too many people in trouble with the roads and everything else. So stay safe, stay warm, get some stitching time in. And remember, it's not about perfection. If you have to rip it out, rip it out. If there's a mistake in your project, it's okay. One of the things we did talk about as a team was the fact that we make mistakes all the time and We think it's like this red flashing light that everybody can see, but in all reality, nobody else even notices it. So let's give ourselves a break. Let's make for ourselves. Let's make to make us happy. And yeah, we're going to have a great year this year. So I will see you guys all next week, same time, same place. Be sure to share if you can, and we'll be there next week. See everybody.